Shiver. I haven't seen it yet. I think it's just on that one section of the map. But at some point I'll see it. Ah. Alright. On to the next one. There's always the next one. I don't even think I've gotten a top 10 so far tonight. It's been a rough one. A lot of sweaty matches, surprisingly. Slow and sweaty has been the name of the game tonight. It is good fun. I agree. The memes online have been so funny about people just making the Vader say ridiculous stuff. But, you know, Epic always has to patch that stuff. Anytime you're training LLMs, that's the risk you run. It's going to hallucinate and say stuff it shouldn't say. Alright, hell. Potential last match. So let's give the spiel one more time. If you're just joining us, welcome to Swayze's Fortnite Follies. I'm your host, Swayze. I stream Fortnite for fun, and while I'm not the best at the game, I always try to improve, and I want this to be a chill and cozy space for folks to enjoy. If fun is what you're after, drop a follow or a sub on your platform of choice, and I promise you won't be disappointed. Let's hop back in. So the Outpost Enclave is where we're going to head. Back to another corner of the map. Hopefully we can just length this out a little bit and cross our fingers for a dub. What do you say? Did they have the wall jumping physics? Yes, they did actually. So they have like, they introduced it in Season 1 of the wall, like jumping off the wall. But I think they may have taken it away. I don't think they kept it past Season 1, which is disappointing. They did keep vaulting. They also had this thing for a while where you could jump from a high distance and then hit the jump button again before you land and it would roll like a barrel roll. They also got rid of that. Like, they got rid of all the fun movement options for this season for some reason. Probably because they didn't want to code it with all the Fortnite, like all the Star Wars stuff. Who knows? I know. But they do a lot of really cool stuff like that all the time. And it's impressive that they maintain and manage a really crazy dev environment across both this game, Save the World, Fortnite Festival, which I definitely, once I get to 1K, will probably at some point play a little bit of Fortnite Festival on stream. And then, what's the other one they have? Oh, and the rocket racing, which I think they may have started to go away from at some point. They have so many different game modes now. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, they vaulted roll, landing, and wall jump. It's just, it's a shame, man. It's such a cool mechanic to just spend all that time developing and then getting rid of it. I mean, unless it's imbalanced, which I didn't really get the sense that it was, it just made the game feel a little bit nicer to play, you know? But, you know, I'm sure they have decisions, and they'll make those decisions in a vacuum, or I guess technically we're talking in a vacuum, but they don't make the decisions in a vacuum. Welcome in, Commander Fox. Oh, absolutely, Tingan. So I stream from the Pacific time zone, specifically. I usually calibrate my stream schedule around that, but in about a month, I will be streaming from the Central time zone, which is going to be interesting to see how that dynamic will change how people engage with my stream. As we started with, nice. Yeah, what about you? Are you Pacific? Are you Central? East Coast? Where are you streaming? But yeah, and usually with my stream, I usually do half an hour before just getting ready. I'll do an hour gameplay, and then usually about 45 minutes to an hour of editing at the end. Just because, like, editing the clips together takes some time. You're also CST. Okay, nice. Very nice. Yeah, we'll be in the fellow time zone soon enough. Welcome in, Pride Master. Appreciate you. Yeah, I grew up on the East Coast, and then made a recent change to the West Coast. God, running and doing that was a lot. Nothing over here. All right, let's go get that lightsaber. Let's go. You stream midday because a lot of your audience goes Europe. That's interesting. So because I stream so late, I usually get a lot of night owl East Coasters. I'll get early morning Europeans and then mid-afternoon APAC. So it's an interesting dynamic when I stream this late at night. What season did I start playing Fortnite? So I think Chapter 2 was when I started playing Fortnite. It was around like 2020, 2021, like middle of the pandemic is when I picked this game up. After watching, what's her name? Abby Elliott. No, Abby Elliott is an actress. Abby from Giant Bomb was playing this on stream, and that was exactly how I got hooked, because it just looked insane. Abby Russell, that's her name. Abby Russell from Giant Bomb, who now is over at some game development studio. No, Jackbox. She's over at Jackbox now. Yeah. And yeah, I got really interested in the game from there. Well, what is Grievous gonna do? Oh, health for shields. Lightsaber collection. Ooh. I could give him a lightsaber. Would he take it? Trade health for 50 shields. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, going back to Minecraft. Nice. So for my wife, she got really into Animal Crossing during the pandemic. Like, she never gamed in her life. And then just for whatever reason, I installed Animal Crossing, and she got completely hooked for like a year and has not touched it since. It's just like, what a life. I'm so jealous. Blue lightsaber for Mythic Sniper. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Learning the banjo. Very cool. Yeah, at some point I would like to learn an instrument. It just takes a lot of practice, you know? Okay, one down. Two down. Anyone else nearby? Not in my vision range. Someone did just try to shoot me. Okay. Where's that other person? Where did they go? Ooh. There are a lot of people fighting in this very tiny region of the map. Okay. Those definitely seem like a lot of bots. New Horizons Pocket Camp. Oh my god, yeah, Pocket Camp. What an absolute crazy game that was. Night Owlies Coast represent. Very nice. Shiver. I feel like I would be very much I would probably thrive in a night shift environment for sure. All right, let's take out this one last person, and then I think we're gonna have to run. Okay. There we go. All right, cooking for now. Wait, blue of the gun I already have. There we go. I want the scoped version. No, maybe down here. Yeah, I'm hoping with the Switch 2 that we see some kind of Animal Crossing. That would be fun. Yeah, they haven't announced it yet, but I'd be surprised if they didn't have an Animal Crossing release at some point in the Switch 2's life cycle. Abby Russell looks like she could play Baby from Dirty Dancing. I completely agree. She is awesome. Definitely was a creator that I really connected with during the pandemic. Like, she introduced me to the concept of the 100 Babies challenge in The Sims, which I think is pretty nuts. I haven't played The Sims in years, but that was always an entertaining series. And then Fortnite obviously was, just found it really fascinating the way that she played with her friends. You know, pandemic was very parasocial for all of us. It actually reminds me of Borderlands. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, Borderlands, like, that's a fun dynamic because that's more like you're looting, you're doing quests, and like you get to play with friends, obviously. But definitely aesthetically, I could totally see the comparison. I think they've actually done a Borderlands season of Fortnite before because of all the brand interactions they have. I think someone was mentioning that. Maybe it was you, Microchew, that was mentioning that earlier. The Sims is fun, you struggle with, but you like it. Yeah, I agree. It's one of those games that, like, I enjoy some of the building aspects of it, but I'm just, like, not a builder type by nature. God. Oof. Okay, I think they got taken out by a bot. Okay, take out this guy. Okay. Yep. Alright. Hostiles are gone. Neat indeed, yeah. I think at some point, I would love to get back into a game like City Skylines. That was always pretty fun. But then, what was the other game? Yeah, Civilization 7 just came out. And if I ever get time back in my life, man, I would love to dump 12 hours into a Civ session. Those games are so much fun. It's so addicting. There we go. Alright, so far so good this match, y'all. So made a node game, totally Guitar Center play. I love that. Yeah, I've been talking about doing a Civ one for a while. It's just I just need the time to sit down. Like if it's ever a situation where my wife and my son are out of town, like I would absolutely just like couch rot for 12 hours, playing the Civilization, going crazy, just an all-day stream. See how that would go. And then Night Rain is the Elden Ring Night Rain expansion is coming out in a couple weeks. So while I'm away, I might give that game a shot. Yeah, there's just so many games you can play, you know? Have you ever done an all-day stream? I have not since I was... So it's funny. So my streaming journey, I've been on Twitch for a little more than 11 years now. And I streamed on and off. I think my first ever stream was Bloodborne back in 2015. And then I used to do Overwatch 2 a lot. And I think I used to do like 6-hour Overwatch streams. But it's been a long time since I've been able to literally have 6 hours to devote to one gaming session. Like, maybe back in my Dota 2 degenerate days, but definitely not now. Yeah, we'll pick up the combo after the ad break. I really wish some streams I could just disable the ads, you know? Oh, okay. I'll work on my recoil with that gun. Okay. Oh, didn't do that. Oof! John Wick! John Wick! No! Oh! I got completely John Wicked. That was ridiculous. Yeah, I'm definitely doing another one of this. I could not end on that. How big is the Overwatch community compared to Fortnite's? I asked because one of the big K-pop groups chose to be featured in that game instead. So I think with Overwatch, it's just big because Blizzard is big, you know? Like, there's just branding opportunities specifically in the APAC regions with Overwatch that I'm sure exist in Fortnite, but it feels like Fortnite is more US-centric, whereas Overwatch feels a bit more global. You get that used to stream 8-hour streams last year, then life happened. Yeah, life happening indeed.